So One UI 6.1.1 for the Galaxy S24 Ultra is officially here. It's packed with a bunch of new features and tweaks that honestly make your S24 Ultra feel even smarter and more useful. A lot of these are borrowed from the Z Fold 6, but there are a few fresh ones too. So here are 24 new features you're getting with this new update. First up, Samsung is seriously doubling down on its AI game, which is something you'll notice right away with this update. There's this new feature called Sketch to Image, something we saw on the Z Fold 6, and it's my favorite. Basically, you can draw something simple, like think of your stick figure level drawings, and then let Galaxy AI do its thing. It transforms your sketch into a polished image. And this isn't just in one app. It works across Samsung Notes, the photo editor, Air Command, Smart Select, and even the Edge panels. Like draw something on an image and the phone magically turns it into a real object. It's almost spooky how accurate it is, down to the tiniest detail. Then there's Portrait Studio. With this, you can generate AI-powered portrait styles for your profile pics or even someone else's. Just pull up any photo with a face in it and use the photo editor to craft something fresh. It's pretty fun and super easy to customize. But here's something even cooler. AI Writing Assistant. Imagine you're stuck writing a text, email, or even a social media post and you're just not feeling it. With Samsung Keyboard's new Composer, you can throw in a few words or even a short request and Galaxy AI takes it from there. It will expand on what you wrote or just do the heavy lifting entirely, which is awesome for those moments when you're like, I have no idea what to say here. Speaking of AI, if you've been on a call with someone who speaks a different language, you know how tough that can be. Well, now Live Translate isn't just for regular phone calls. Samsung is bringing this feature to apps like Google Meet and WhatsApp, which is a pretty big deal. All you have to do is tap Live Translate in the quick panel during the call and bam, instant translation. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. Samsung Internet now lets you translate image text on web pages. So if you're browsing a page in a different language and it has images with embedded text, those get translated too. No more staring at a foreign ad or infographic and wondering what it means. Just translate it all at once, text and images. There's even a listening mode in Samsung's interpreter feature. Picture this, you're in a lecture, a presentation, or just listening to a one-sided conversation in a foreign language. You can now translate all that in real time. It's great for understanding without interrupting the speaker. Here's something for all you multitaskers out there. Samsung Notes now lets you turn voice recordings into notes. So if you're attending a meeting, a lecture, or just recording some thoughts, you don't have to manually jot things down anymore. The app will transcribe your voice recordings into editable text. You can even summarize and tweak it afterward. It's like having a personal note taker in your pocket. And if that's not enough, Samsung has also added the ability to translate and summarize PDFs directly. Before, you had to convert a PDF into notes for this feature to work. Now the translation or summary feature works right on the PDF file. Translated text will appear in the original format of the document, making things super seamless. In the same vein, Samsung's voice recorder now has auto-detect for languages when transcribing. So whether you're recording in English, Spanish, or whatever, the app automatically figures it out and transcribes it accordingly. No more scrolling through language options. Now, if you're a fan of personalization, Samsung's come through with some neat updates. There's now an option to set photo ambient wallpaper that changes with the time of day and weather conditions. For example, if it's raining or snowing where you live, your wallpaper will reflect those weather conditions. The sun will also rise and set on your wallpaper according to your local time. It's a subtle but super cool way to make your phone feel more alive. Samsung's also ramped up its editing game with some new features. One of my favorites is the ability to add live effects to photos. Whether it's a person or an animal in your picture, you can now apply these dramatic effects to make them pop. Then there's the instant slow-mo clips feature. After watching a video in slow-mo, you can now easily save just the portion you want to keep. It's especially handy if you're into making slow-motion highlights or sharing quick clips with friends. When you share the video, the part you watched in slow-mo is what gets shared too. Convenient, right? Plus now you can create animated stickers and GIFs from motion photos with just a few taps. All you do is hold down on an object in the photo, clip it and turn it into an animated sticker or GIF. It's a fun way to spice up your messaging or social media posts. And here's a bonus, you can also clip multiple objects from the same photo at once, which you couldn't do before. Next, Samsung Health got a solid update too. Now, the app can give you an energy score which shows how your physical and mental energy levels are doing. It's based on your sleep and activity, and the app gives you personalized insights based on that. If your energy is low, maybe take it easy that day. If it's high, maybe push yourself a little harder during the workout. It's like having a coach on your wrist. There's also more detailed sleep tracking now, giving you insights into your heart rate, breathing, and even how long it takes you to fall asleep. You get a full sleep report every morning, which is perfect if you're serious about improving your sleep habits. And get this, you can now share your health data with family, so if you want to keep tabs on your loved one's health or vice versa, you can share step counts, exercise records, and sleep data. You're still in control of what you share and with whom, and you can revoke access at any time. For fitness buffs, the update also lets you create custom workout routines. You can string together different exercises, set reps, sets, and breaks, and then your Galaxy Watch will automatically move to the next exercise in the routine. Samsung also made some small but important productivity improvements. For example, Smart Select can now suggest actions based on what's on your screen. So if you highlight a phone number, it might suggest calling it, or if you select an address, it will suggest looking it up. It's a time saver for sure. They've also made it easier to switch between split screen and picture-in-picture. You can just drag the picture-in-picture video to one side of the screen and it will switch to split screen. Pretty neat for multitasking. In the My Files app, you can now see thumbnails of images and videos in their original aspect ratios. And you can create file shortcuts on the home screen. If there's a file you open frequently, you can now just pin it to the home screen for easy access. A couple more things that I found interesting. If you have trouble with swipe gestures, you can now answer calls with a tap instead of swiping. You can also set your phone to always answer calls using the speaker by default, which is great for hands-free use. Samsung's also got your back with frequent weather updates. The weather app now updates every hour to give you more accurate forecasts. And if you're someone who prioritizes security, the new auto blocker feature gives you extra strong protection against malware and threats. It can block automatic downloading of attachments, remove location data from shared photos, and even prevent shared albums in the gallery from being used. So yeah, the One UI 6.1.1 update is packed with upgrades, making everything feel smoother and more intuitive. It's a pretty hefty update too, around 3 GB. It's rolling out now, but if you haven't received it yet, just head into settings and manually check for the update. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. And if you're curious about the leaked features of the next version, the One UI 7, click right here and I'll see you there.